Americans are cutting back on their spending and in some cases skipping meals due to rising flood prices. Petrol and housing costs in the US have also jumped dramatically in recent weeks, forcing millions of families to make tough choices.
At a grocery store in Northeast D.C., shoppers are more than a little fed up with food prices.
It's hard. It's hard trying to balance, what you need and what you want.
Everything from soda to meats to vegetables. Everything's just increased.
According to new government figures, annual inflation did ease off a bit last month, but is still near a 40-year high. Prices rising 8.3% for the year ending in April, slightly lower than the 8.5% rise through March. And food was one of the biggest factors, along with shelter. In just a month, meat, poultry, fish, and eggs went up 1.4%, with eggs by themselves spiking 10.3%. What have you noticed most has gone up?
Yeah, it would be the eggs, because a while ago they were very cheap.
And housing costs for renters and owners went up 0.5% for the third month in a row. Consumers taking a big hit each month.
The typical American household is spending $450 more now than a year ago to buy the same goods and services, and that's because of the higher inflation. So this is incredibly painful.
Gas prices dipped last month, but are now back to setting records. The national average for regular at $4.40 a gallon, up $1.40 since a year ago.
Every day you drive by, it's one price, and within a matter of hours, it'll jump up again.
Analysts say with inflation this high, millions of American families already struggling to make ends meet due to the pandemic may still have to make tough choices.
It really will mean that some people might actually have to skip a meal. Maybe, they can't feed their children the way they want to. They will perhaps not be able to cover their rent or all of their rent.
But on the bright side, at least one top economist says there could be relief in sight.
Inflation is peaking. I think the painfully high inflation is due to the pandemic and to the Russian invasion. If those things don't go off the rails, then I think we will see inflation lowered by the end of the year and certainly by this time next year.